So, last session, having dealt with the ooze onslaught at the Willow Island, the group makes their way to their pirate storehouse only to find that all the other relics the pirates have gathered have been gone missing, except the one they were conveniently looking for with a note from the Lich himself, leaving it for them for some odd reason. But also, group noticing Mountainblood has gone missing mysteriously, and a mysterious teleporter circle left in the room. But having the situation mended there, the three that were still there made their way back to city of Acrux. But for now, we're going to jump back in time to the end of the fight, where Mountainblood was dealing with stuff in the base.
I will say though that if I remember correctly, we checked into the circle and there was something weird about it where after it was used, there's something that you would be sent off somewhere that's off of where you wanted to go. There's something weird about it.
Yep, we'll get to that.
Oh, there I am. Okay.
So, Skull Smasher, you enter this safe, like, house area, and you hear talking coming from upstairs.
I'm gonna explore the level I'm on right now, just to see if make sure there's nothing.
You do see a dead pirate in front of you.
Um, I'm gonna check him over, see if he got anything.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Yep, waiting for it to boot. Still waiting. Maybe.
Drum roll.
Investigate. 22.
Okay, you find on him um a couple of spears, um a flask of water, and a photo of him and a woman.
I'll take the flask and the picture. That way, if I do happen to find this lady, I can mention that maybe their partner or whatever's dead.
You hear talking. Hey, boss, there's someone else in here. We should probably get going. Yes, yes, yes. We should get going. Who is it then? You recognize the one voice as the Lich Namek. Coming from upstairs, Skull Smasher.
Mm-hmm. Is there only route is to come downstairs, correct?
Yeah, basically, if I move this body, he was on the stairs.
Okay.
I say also doing the investigation check. He's got a big, like, hole blasted in his chest from, like, magic of some kind.
It's not good. Uh, I I'll see if I can sneak upstairs to get a closer look.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
30-20.
Okay. You walk up the stairs and Namek is just staring at you.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, I'm feeling in a good mood right now. I got all my stuff. If you just let me go, I'll let you live. Just don't follow me through this teleporter, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. So, bye. Your thing's in there. As he activates the teleportation circle, and him and his 3 goons just disappear. 2 goons just disappear. I'm just gonna say you'd be right here, right now.
I'm gonna do the teleportation circle still?
It's still active, yes.
I'm going to check to see if there's.
You walk into the teleportation circle?
Sure, why not? See what happens.
Okay. There's a bright flash of light, and you are now in a cave surrounded by zombies.
Hooray.
Roll initiative. That is not the initiative.
Hang on.
Let me remove everything first.
Oh. I'm like, I can't select anything. By the way, am I at full health, or am I still where I was at before?
Just a second. You'd still what where you at before.
Okay, so that hasn't changed.
There you go. Now try.
There you go.
I just made this map yesterday, and I forgot to. I must have put your token on there in map mode. My apologies.
Oops. Yeah. Natural 1 with +4, so that's 5.
So zombie boys get to go first here. This one's gonna get close enough to go at you with a slam. That's gonna be 15 to your AC.
Misses.
This zombie boy is gonna come up to you. That's even less, so it misses. Okay, you're up.
I shall swing at this one here.
Okay.
Uh, 11.
11 will hit.
6 slashing.
Okay, he is still up.
And
Doesn't that thing have something else on it, or am I remembering wrong?
I mean, if I throw it from range, then it's got an extra element to it.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking. I guess forgot you had to throw it.
And I'll go for the one just to the bottom of me here. $27.
Wow, you just must have rolled crap on that first one.
27 for a 16.
Okay. Gotta double check something here. And he fails his staying a lot undead save, so that one is down. As you basically just cleave him through this chest, as his body kind of does a little spin in the air and lands on as his legs crumple over.
Sweet.
Okay, anything else you can do?
Not this time. Actually, let's see, 1 sec. Can I rage as my bonus action for next time?
Sure.
So that'll be it then. After that,
If it's rage as a bonus action, you can do it whenever.
all the more I've got, it just says advantage on, doesn't say as a bonus action.
That's going to be enough 22 to your AC.
That one hits.
As you take 5 bludgeoning damage. Non-magical, so that should be half since you're raging now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This guy's going to move up to you. That's 20 to your AC.
Yep.
It's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
19 to your AC.
That hits.
5 bludgeoning damage. And 16 to your AC.
That misses.
Okay. We're up.
I will pick on this one here.
Okay.
Let's see, one sec. Just gotta double check one thing. Okay, so since I'm raging, Elemental Cleaver kicks in, and I will infuse my Great Axe with fire,
Okay.
which will do an extra 1d6. I can do that melee or ranged for that, as I was just reading in between. So I'm going to go for the one that's wounded right now. Gotta find my weapon again.
It's funny. If that wasn't a nat 1, it would still hit. But I'm going to say that straight misses.
And one more time.
And that one is dead.
Fair enough.
Well, it was already dead. It's now re-dead.
It's now deader.
Dead it.
It's
The
predate.
deadening.
The Deadites.
As you basically smack it right in the head between its eyes and split its head in half.
Sweet.
And its brain falls out.
Brutal.
And the rat in its brain runs away. Anything else you can do?
That'll be it.
Zomboy number 1 attacks. 21 to your AC.
Yep.
7 bludgeoning damage. This is unhalf, so you're taking half of what I'm saying. So
Yep. That's what I'm keeping track of.
16, that's a miss, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And 16 again, so you're up.
Swing and miss on both of those. I will go for this one on top. Keeps going wrong. 23 with 19, since I got the +2 for damage rolls.
Okay, yep, that one is Deaderino. Re-dead, the deadening, dead once again.
Go for the one on the right. $28 for 10 slashing, and don't forget the d6 for fire. That'll be 10 slashing, 2 fire.
Okay, and that guy is, fails his save to survive that, so he's dead too. Anything else you can do?
Oh, that'll be it.
Last zombie you can see. 13, so that misses. You are up.
Let's go. Fiery blades. Dirty 20 for.
And since you're raging, right?
Yep. And we'll fire. For fire.
14 damage. as this one just bursts into flames, starts walking this way for some odd reason, then falls over.
Fire. Fire.
And that will end your quick little combat.
Yay.
So, as your rage subsides, there's nothing to unleash it upon. You find yourself in a cave. Give me a perception check.
15.
Okay, you do see, looking at your feet, you see the remnants of a teleportation circle, and you hear the sounds of like splashing and water coming from this direction. Which was this way.
Oh,
Kind of southeast of you.
I'll begin to follow the sound of the noise.
As you reach the edge, you see basically below you a cliff that leads to the ocean, or what you can seems to be the ocean, as it kind of lapping up against the side of the wall here. But you can't see any light coming from that direction.
Can I see if there's a safe way to get down?
Give me a survival check.
Survival. 13.
You can see a way down, but the water down there, this is probably the end of a cave, but you don't know how long it's going to take to get to the other side of it.
Okay.
What do you wish to do?
I'm trying to piece something together.
You didn't see any. You think to yourself, you didn't see any other dead ends the other way, though.
So looks like this might be my only way. Potentially. If I may use my elemental touch and have myself attuned to the air where I can fly equal to my walking ability. See if I can just get down lower by being an air elemental.
Hey, how long does this last?
Let's see. For the elemental touch,
Basically, it lasts a turn.
mhm. Hold the float by other means you fall. Can I just shoot a firebolt to see how far it goes down?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll just use firebolt just to see if there's an end to the bottom of the cliff's head. Do I need to roll an attack for it?
Nah, just you shoot a firebolt.
Yep.
Give me a intelligence check.
I better be good at this. 23.
So yeah, basically it's about 50 feet down. If you go down there, you're not getting back up here probably.
I'm gonna try and find maybe an alternate way or a different opening elsewhere. I don't
Yeah,
wanna be
go.
stranded
Give me another survival check.
there. Looking around. And
There might be other ways out of here you didn't see.
I will just simply start to search around, see if I can find another spot. I'll head. Start looking around towards the other side over here. Start checking walls and see if there's any openings anywhere.
Okay, so yeah, move where you want to move.
Checking around.
Because there are other ways out, you just didn't roll good enough to find one.
Looking around at the speed of sound.
Oh, is this no, where I'm at? Is that just
That is a climbable wall. It's about 10 feet up.
Okay. I'll make the attempt to climb.
Okay, give me an athletics or acrobatics check of your choice.
Athletics. 26.
You climb up with no issues.
Looking around, I think I see something.
Okay, yeah, you see a hallway, kind of a tunnel that leads down.
I shall proceed.
Okay, give me a survival check. Okay.
3.
So after about 10 minutes of walking, it's got. Do you have dark vision?
I don't think I do.
Okay. Let me see here. It starts. You start seeing, not being able to see anything where you're going, but you can slowly hug the wall. After about 10 feet or about 10 minutes, I mean, your foot slips on a wet surface, and you fall down a wall as you take 10 bludgeoning damage from the fall.
10. It's still completely dark.
Still completely dark, yes.
See if I got anything that can help with
And you did land in the, like, 1 inch deep water.
Can I hear anything?
You cannot. Other than kind of the slight echo of the thud you hit when you hit the ground. The splash and thud.
I will. And I can't go back, can I, since I slipped?
Give me a perception check here.
15.
You can tell the wall is the area fell into a slight incline. It should be a slow climb up if you take your time.
In the area that I'm in, does it sound big due to the splashing of the water?
Give me another survival check.
Trying to think if I should proceed or go back. 17.
From what you can tell, this seems to be going further down. You're probably going to hit water again, so it might be a better idea to turn back.
I will turn back.
Okay, so yeah, it does take you About 15, 20 minutes to get back to the cave you were in before.
Alright. Then I'll start to mosey back around.
When you get back in here, you do notice kind of the descent of decay again from the zombies.
Never gets old. I'll start hugging the wall some more.
Yep, you see another little cave here, but you can, looking down it, you do see that it ends after a while.
That one's a dead end, it sounds like.
And it smells really foul down that hallway. Like something else has been dying and decaying back there for a while.
A death pit. Cool. Hop over the ledge. And continue to hug the wall. There's no other light source. Is there a light source in the center?
There is, seems to be a slight magical eminent light emanating from somewhere in this room, so you can see and hear fine.
Okay. Can I figure out the source of that element or that?
Give me an Arcana check.
21.
Yeah, you see a couple glyphs on the ceiling that seem to say like light. They're just emitting a slight light.
Nothing to get triggered. It's just
Just
there.
A light source someone put in here to keep this area lit up.
Oh yeah, and I will head over down this path.
Okay, give me a survival check.
15.
You smell not as putrid smell coming from this down this hallway. More of a sea breeze smell.
It smells like a fresh sea breeze.
More of a fresh sea breeze, yes.
I will take a look down this one. See if it leads to a better place.
Okay, so yeah, after about 5-10 minutes or so, you come across another kind of like steep fall down, like another cliff. It'd be a hard climb to get up this one because it seems pretty sheer, but you do see light emanating from the top of it.
Can I see if it would be? Can I tell what kind of a light source it is?
Natural light.
Just natural light. I will remember this spot, and I'll check out the other ones before I head back.
Okay, like I said, the wall would be climbable. From what you can see, it'd be hard to get up it.
So I'll keep that noted.
Okay.
I'll do a mental note on that, and I will check out my other options before I go for it. So I'm gonna follow this wall down, around, and I'll just be over here.
Okay. Give me a survival or perception check of your choice.
I'm equal in both. 19.
You don't smell any difference down this hallway.
Pretty neutral.
Yep. No fresh air like sea breeze, but not decay or death either.
I'll head back in this direction down here.
Okay. Give me a perception check for this one.
Very 20.
You hear shuffling and like moaning coming down this hallway that sounds more indicative of undead.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. I'll backtrack. And I'll head down here.
Okay. Give me a survival for this one.
9.
You think you smell kind of sea breeze coming from here?
Weird. Suppose I wouldn't be able to know for sure if that was from the giant cliff edge that I was at the first time. Would I? I wouldn't be able to perceive that.
Not with that roll.
So I'm just gonna head back to one spot that smelled like sea breeze and light.
The one you could see the light that was... Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, you see a cliff here.
So we will make the attempt.
Okay. Is it athletics or acrobatics of your choice?
Athletics don't let me down. 21.
Okay, so yeah, that gets you about halfway up, and it starts getting a little bit harder from here.
So that was.
Give me another check to get the rest of the way up.
27s.
Yeah, after you figure out, okay, this wall seems pretty tricky, but every now and then there's a nice little incline or groove you can get your hands into. And you make it to the top. As you get to the top, you see an exit to the cave.
Alright. Go for it.
As you're kind of in... Best way to describe it is kind of a small, kind of like forest area. You can hear the ocean kind of south of you, but you don't know where exactly you are. How do you wish to figure out where to go?
I will. I will head towards the water, see if it will lead me to civilization, perhaps.
Okay, so yeah, after about like a 10-minute walk, you're kind of like on a cliff, looking out towards the ocean. Give me a perception check.
12.
12, okay. Yep, you see off in the distance, you do see the island you think is the island you went to, but you're not quite sure. You can't quite make it out because it's kind of gotten to be hazy at this time of day, like there might be a storm approaching.
I will head towards the island.
Okay,
Might give me a better shot. Better than nothing.
give me an intelligence check here quick, too.
16.
You also know if you head the opposite direction of the island, you would eventually hit a crux. You're not sure how long it's going to take you, but you'll get there eventually.
Okay, I'll go to Acrux instead.
Okay, then. So we're going to cut to the other group. If they have now made port in town, they have gotten off the Canis Majoris and just need to go figure out what they want to do from here.
Sweet.
Well, obviously, Pitcher wants to meet up Mountainblood and figure out what exactly happened to him.
Well, how do you expect to find him since we have no idea where he got poofed to?
Don't you have a sending spell on the ready, or at
Scry?
least the scry?
I don't have scry. I never had scry.
Garbage.
I might be able to contact him. I kind of used a lot of magic in the back on the island, but I may still be able to try to mentally reach out to him once.
if you got the power to do so, do so. Otherwise, I'd say let's. I'm sure he's fine, and otherwise we
So
can long
where
enough for us to rest.
where are we again?
You're back in Acrux, the city, the port city to the south of the capital.
Okay. Do we want to go to a certain spot so I can tell him where to meet us? If I can reach him? Like
I mean,
I could tell him just go to Acrux and look around for us, or
it
we could go somewhere that might be easier to find within the city.
it's really gonna depend how far away he got teleported, other than the mainland. But
Okay.
he's been to Across before, so I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
as long as you get to a road or to a seaside, you can at least navigate from that. You can navigate and figure out from there.
Okay. I will send a message.
You do know you stayed at the Southern Cross Inn, so he knows what that is. And you would too.
Okay. I will send Mountainblood a message. Hey, we're in Acrux. Any chance you're anywhere near here? Going to N.
Is that the end?
That's the end.
Then I can respond back.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I just got I just got out of a cave. I'm heading towards a crux now. I'll meet
And
you there.
again, well, I've got good news. Sounds like he is somewhere here in the relative vicinity of Acrux. He didn't. He said he wound up in a cave somewhere, but he's on his way here. I did let him know that we're gonna be at the inn, and he said he's on his way. Not sure how long he's gonna be though.
As long as he avoids trouble on the road, he should have time to be able to basically get some rest. I'm sure we all needed.
Oh, we'll see him when he gets here.
Yeah.
Okay, does anybody want to do anything when they're waiting for him?
Other than rest and recuperate, not really.
Nothing in particular.
Okay, so I can say, Wimpy, Lyric want to do anything? There, Wimpy? Your mic's muted. If that's if you.
That's probably why you didn't hear me. Luke's just gonna wait at the end.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just about 3 hours pass. Mountainblood walks into the tavern. Looks exhausted, but he's alive.
What in the hell's
Hey.
happened to you?
I was in a cave fighting undead things, and I saw the little lich dude. I had eye with him before he teleported out with a few of his people.
Oh, okay, yeah, we saw him too.
And it looked like he absconded with just about all the relics except for the one we were going after. So, yay.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's
Well,
not that's, that's not awesome.
at least we got the one that we were going for, so it's not a total loss.
Yeah, got
That's
something out of it.
well, I'm not disagreeing with that. It's more for everything else that's heavily implied by it.
Oh yeah, heavily imply that he has his hands on a supply of rare celestial artifacts that we have no idea what they are, what they're for, what they do, or why he wants them.
Yeah, yeah. That the
That pretty
elephant
much
room.
it.
Yeah,
Even I can't say I would know what he would want them for.
probably want to let the Emperor know as soon as we can.
Yeah, but we should probably deliver the one that we went to get first, and then we can update him. Well, when we get back to the capital.
Absolutely, sounds like a plan. I mean, wise.
Because I don't want this artifact to be in our possession any longer than it has to be.
Agreed.
Isn't
mean-
the artifact out of power?
I don't think so. I think it's just it may or may not be somewhat bonded to us, but I don't think it's like we're fully attuned to it.
Yeah, but at
I
the
mean-
same time, we don't want anything to happen to it.
Yeah. 'Cause just because-
Basically,
our
I'll
fault.
say this. Basically, when you completed the trials inside of it, you got the boon from it, and it becomes inert for a while before anyone else can earn the boon from it again.
Yeah, we got the boon from the Hyundai Sonata relic.
Lyric got the big one, everyone else got a small one.
Yeah, but that's to be understood. Lyric is the bard. Musically inclined one.
We all know from the challenges in there, none of you are musically inclined.
No.
I am rather charismatic, but I have no skill in music.
Same here. Awesome.
And also, to reiterate, fuck you, Timmy G, about your fucking substitution cipher bullshit.
That was
I've
the most basic substitution cipher I could have done too, by the way.
I have never heard of a substitution cipher in my life. You could have straight up told me, hey, it's a substitution cipher, and my immediate response to you would be, is a fucking what now? I
Note
would
to
have
self,
to
make
read-
the next one way more complicated. Got it.
I would have to read a document on how, or watch an instructional YouTube video on how to fucking solve a cipher, even what the hell even is.
Okay, but you're gonna start heading back to the capital then?
To the cap.
Unless people have other business here.
Okay. Well, basically, the tavern only Ronnie greets you safe travels on the trip back. Takes the typical couple days does to get back to the capital, but you make it back there okay. I know your goal was to deliver this to the head priestess of the temple.
So you said it takes a couple days to get back, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that we've rested up during those couple days
Yep.
back.
You'll have a full rest, I should say.
Yay.
Couple full rests for 2 days, give or take, because you said a couple. Just for the sake of hit dice.
And like, you're out in a pretty safe empire, so nothing really bad ever happens if you stick to the main roads typically. So uneventful. See a few passers-bys here and there. Have a couple nice conversations with a couple traveling people. But make it back okay.
So by a couple, you said short rest, correct?
No, you get a full long rest.
A long rest.
Oh, okay. So
Said it was a couple days, so that means it implies at least 2, so we get at least 2 full rests.
Yeah, so in that case, that would only matter for anyone who has exhaustion. Otherwise, we've got everything back on the first rest.
Yep.
I had no exhaustion. Or if I did, nobody told me.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and we would have to be. It takes a very specific set of circumstances for exhaustion
Yep.
to come on.
or spells that do it.
or class features. But yeah, like I said, it's very specific.
Yep. Or you're in the desert and the DM's a jerk.
Yeah.
Well, not a jerk. That's a desert will do that to you. I think it says that in the rule book. If you're not careful.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So Vader's going to return the artifact to the head priestess.
Well, you're returning the artifact. I've got some business to take care of if you don't mind.
By all means.
Okay.
I'll meet up with you at the palace. Is that correct term for the?
Yeah. You were gonna go talk to the emperor, so palace would be a good thing to say.
So I'll meet up with you at the palace after I take care of that. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of something while you deliver the artifact.
Sure thing. Does someone want to send a runner over to see who we sent a runner to, or at least a message saying, "Hey, we need to see the emperor. It's about you know who, and a bunch of stuff we need to update you on."
If you want, on my way to, I'm just heading to the Mage College. On my way over, I can send a message to Silo, let him know that we're on our way.
That works. That works perfectly. Again, it's like we're not just gonna barge in there and say, "Hey, guess what? Guess what? We got some awful news for you. It's gonna ruin your day." At least they'll know to expect this. But yeah, in other words, yes, do that.
Okay, and then Mountainblood and Lyric, what would you like to do? Stick around with someone else or do your own thing?
Good question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'll just do my own thing.
Check out magical item shop.
Okay, I'll have everyone roll for initiative then to see who goes first. Oh, I. Ooh.
Tokens are somewhere. You zoom out there at the bottom. Womp womp. Were there other tokens or just the ones at the bottom?
There's other ones on there from some of the other campaigns, so there might be causing some issues, but whatever.
Because I'll roll, I just can't click my token at the bottom. So just go ahead and roll initiative.
Just a second here. Now try.
Yes. Thank you.
For some odd reason, that one wasn't assigned to you. I don't know why.
Roll20 does weird stuff with tokens from time to time, but thank you.
Okay, so we'll start with Victor.
There's also he's gonna stop by the well before he actually heads over to the the temple district. He's gonna stop by his headquarters to let EX know that mission accomplished. We got the goods, and to meet him over to the head priestess to collect payment.
Okay, I'll just basically say you did that because that's all that really needs to be said.
Yep, because otherwise he would just mostly checking to see how things were.
He gives you an update. Everything's been good. Got a few missions completed by other people. Got a little bit more funds to the thing.
Excellent. Otherwise, nothing really major happening on.
Oh, I will update what it's been. from what they've made. So
Okay. All right. Otherwise, do you want? Would you like? I would say join me so we can go collect payment from the head priestess. Only because I would like to have.
he said he'll meet you there in a little bit.
Okay. So otherwise, Victor will make his way over to the temple district and then wait for EX to show up. Relic in hand. Like we'll tuck away to make sure it's not like noticeable.
Okay, well, as you're waiting outside the temple, Ramiel sees you there and comes up to greet you. Ah, praise Resfalgar, you've made it back in one piece. Did you acquire the relic?
We did indeed. And he just kind of like he's gonna tap like basically the bag of holding he has that's storing it. But before we can continue biz, I'm just waiting for one of my associates to arrive. So just make sure everything is there and accounted for.
Ah, yes, your bookkeeper fellow, the EX. Yes, I got to talk with him one day when you were on the mission, so he knows up to date on what's going on. So we'll make sure to get that to him as soon as possible. So, did you run into any complications when you were trying to get it? I thought you would have been back sooner than this.
A few.
A few, then, huh?
Like I said, nothing we couldn't handle. Ran into some pirates who were apparently also collecting various goods within the town. Actually, before Victor continues, this is a question to the DM above board. How much would have his brother said to keep out of that would not be public knowledge, and how much would like how much is he free to say as to what occurred?
Basically, you would know the pirates thing is okay to let go public knowledge.
Okay.
And this is the head priestess. She probably has connections that might know something you wouldn't know, but you don't know that about game, so.
Yeah. Okay. It's just most strictly what Victor would presume would be on the public record, and then go from there. But yeah, she would let him know that ran some pirates. Of course, they tried to abscond the relic. We gave chase and was able to corner the base of operations and recover the artifact.
Ah, yes, I've heard tales of some pirates going in that area. Why, pray tell, were they going after the relics as well?
Probably something to do with ritual. Wasn't exactly sure as to what. We managed to foil it in the end.
Well, I assume the military has the other relics then. I suppose we'd be expecting them from them shortly, hopefully.
You would have to check in with them.
So, would you be interested in helping us find some more of them?
I wouldn't say no. If that as long as there's gold on the line, I honestly wouldn't refuse.
Ah, yes. What ones would it be? There was one of Saline, I believe. Let me think on that. Yes. No, wait. No, the Yerldin rings were tracking that one down. Never mind. I believe I was aware of one for Arcana that was somewhere around here. I know another one for Remus that we've had whispers of being able to be located. And then I believe an Incendium one as well.
Tell me about the Incendium one first.
Yes, that one I believe was located somewhere in the desert near Canopus.
Now I remember. Victor remembers Canopus. He remembers the temple to Incendium. As he's not saying this out loud, obviously. But he remembers the temple to Incendium that was also being used.
Well, you technically never went to Canopus. You only went to Altair, the town.
Oh right, yeah. We only went to Altair, so he's wondering if this. So he's trying to pinpoint that in his head. And be figure if that's related or not.
Then I believe the one to Remus was somewhere near Polaris. And the Arcana one was... That one I am not sure on where it was. We heard rumors of one being around here, but I'm not sure where. No, I can't
Otherwise-
give you a contract like I did for this one, but if you happen to find them, you can bring them back to me.
Some more of a first found, first delivered gets payment.
Yes. Just this one, there was issues with the, military because they had located and need help requiring it properly. I can sense Sonata's blessing upon you. I suppose your friend Lyric got the full boon. Am I correct?
You would be correct. Apparently, when you touch the artifact, you're put through a trial.
Yes, all of them are like that in some capacity. Just trial differs from one to one. I'd imagine Remus's would be some kind of combat challenge. Cindium, that guy's, who knows what that one could be. And then Arcana would be some kind of test of knowledge of some sort.
I assume Cindian is more of a trial by fire, though what the fire in question is would be depending.
Yes, most likely.
And sorry, I'm actively writing notes about each artifact. This is going to be as we travel. You said the Insidium artifact was near Canopus. In
Yep.
The desert. You said Remus was near Polaris, up north. And what was the last one? Arcana?
Arcana, they don't have an exact location for it. It's probably actually somewhere around the capital, would be your best get. Your best guess. Said.
By around, would that be in or just around the general area?
Around the general area.
Anything you can tell me about the artifacts themselves? Like we know they. We have an idea of what entails when we find them, but what are they? What do they look like? What do they? Do people know what they are?
Take out
Like
the
the
one
little-
of Arcana or Sonata.
And he will pull out from his bag of holding the relic from Sonata.
Basically, this one is an orb that has like a music notation inside of it. They would all be similar to that in some capacities, just that they're would have the symbol of the god inside of them. I was looking at this one, it looks like kind of a translucent glass that kind of changes color, like a prism effect as the light hits it. But looking at it now, you can see the symbol inside of it's more faded than it was when you first touched it. Remus's would have the sigil of the wolf inside of it. Arcana's would have a symbol of magic fire in it. That would, like a erupting blue flame. While Incendium's would be a raging fireball.
Alright, that should be enough to work with.
About this time, EX shows up.
Alright.
Ah, boss, I've made it. Sorry it took me so long.
I said, yeah, I'm sure you brought the relevant paperwork.
Yes, it is all right here.
Alright, so let's say it's simply more of an invoice or receipt saying that we delivered what we delivered, how that's intact, and otherwise you're satisfied with the transaction.
I'm trying to remember where I said the payment for this actually was going to be.
I do have it written down. Give me one moment. I just want to make sure I have notes and the artifacts written down before I go look for it.
I forgot where I put it down. I think I may have accidentally deleted that note.
No worries. Let's see.
I'm also weirded out because they changed the symbol for people you haven't given a token for. I was like, where's these tokens?
Here you go. Let's see. Ramio, High Priest Ramio gave us a bar worth 2,500 gold, but it was 10,000 gold, 25% up front, remainder on delivery.
Okay.
With the 25% of the total going to company coffers, and the rest split amongst the party. For our partakers of the job, so in this case, it's the main party.
Okay, so I'll let you distribute that amongst the party members, since that's your job technically, Victor. So.
Yep.
For now, that gold will be in your inventory until you give it to people.
Yeah. So let's see. That would be. So other than the remaining he would pay over onto EX for the directly to company coffers.
So how much is that so I can update your thing quick?
Calculator. So let's see. We already gave 625. So. Let's see. Oh, that's not our way. What's 25 to 10,000? I am messing up my own math and doing it in the wrong order. So let's see, 2,500 minus the 625. 1,875 is going straight to EX. Because you already got a bit up front.
Yeah, so I got that updated on your stuff.
Let's see. 2,500 and the rest.
So how much is each party member going to get?
I am working on that right now. I just messed up my own little. I messed up my window. Give me a second. No math. 7,500 divided by 4. That's 1,875 gold to each member.
Okay, there you go, guys. Add
Please
that to your
hold-
funds.
Yep. But yeah, 1,875 is to each person, so 7,500 in total is going to Victor. Well, until he's passed it out. Until it's passed out.
Okay.
I'm just putting the number down in my copper so I have it in a spot until they're distributed. Question, just out of curiosity, since Nildir is not really associated with the company as a full-on person, but just more as an independent contractor. Not only that, but it's the newest person. What kind of expenses does your little self-run operation have that you need company coffers?
It's mostly just to maintain board and key for people who are in between jobs, as well as maintains arms equipment and like boarding, which would be food, again, food and lodge. Otherwise, just general building upkeep and anything else. So like if we want to build like
Yep.
additional add-ons or anything extra.
Every now and then I do take a little out of it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
it had just never come up before, so I was curious as to what those were for, where those are going, and why we needed such a large amount of coffers.
well, again, it's just more for like for management to be able to do stuff, to be able to maintain a profit, just to maintain the building itself that everything is being housed in.
and every adult's favorite thing, taxes.
And yeah, Joy. Because, can't just live and just exist. You have to have food, you have to have a bed to sleep in, a
Yeah,
roof over your
and
head, and
it's
taxes. Of course, can't forget about taxes.
it's not that it's not like you're in good with the immortal God King who could make you exempt from taxes or give you an exemption.
Yeah, even if taxes weren't a thing, it would still things do tend to degrade after a while. Like
No,
like
no,
the
I get
roofs
it.
to be. Yeah, it's like it's just to cover all of that,
Yeah, yeah.
as well as we.
It's Lois's rainy day fund.
Yeah. Also, for example, we do have an artificer who does need needs material supplied to him. If you want any extra fancy gear,
And he may have accidents that blow up part of the building.
yeah. So
I have.
yeah,
You're
like
lucky I
it's
haven't rolled any of those bad ones yet, because that could happen.
Yeah, and then his ass would have to work off the damages that he causes.
yeah. But the problem is though is even if that was the case, if it damages anybody else, the company would be liable for it regardless. So they have to pay for that. Yeah, it's like I
It's
said,
a whole
it's
thing.
yeah, it's above. It's not above board, but it's things for me, EX, and the DM to worry about. But hey, like, if you ever need if you ever need any additions, like I don't know, a small wizard tower or something to just store books and magical
You know,
artifacts
I
in
was gonna
the
say a
cellar.
wizard
That
tower as a joke, like a straight up joke, but
hey,
I'm gonna
it's
keep that in mind.
yeah, like I said, it's think of it like in Skyrim when you're doing the additions onto your house, your pre-built house, not pre-built, the one you're building. It's along those lines, but rather than having to just mine and build everything yourself, we pay other people to do that for us.
Cool.
Let's see. So where's my magic? So let me just add a note on here that Victor's holding 7,500 gold. What is what out of his personal funds, but not counting that.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk with Ramiel about, Victor, before you go?
Trying to think if there's anything that's pressing. He can't exactly. He's he's putting the military on the hook for the other artifacts. It's going to be in other people's hands because that all depends on how much Romeo knows about Namek from his lot. So again, not trying to give away state secrets. That's not his to give away. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Not that he can think of at the moment, but he will mention that if anything comes to mind, he would like to be able to talk to her.
I will. Well, I suppose your door at the Canis right? I'm blanking on the name.
Canis Fortuna would
It Fortuna is always open, so I will stop by if I need anything.
Victor will do a polite nod and say, "Well, oh well, like I said, you know where we are." It's been a pleasure doing business.
Yes, may Regulus's luck be on your side.
Trying to. Victor's honestly holding back, not trying to be flippant to the person
Remember,
who
your
just paid.
dad is named after a god, so she is referring to the god, not your
No,
dad.
well, no. Remember, he just the two things are kind of intertwined because he doesn't really. He's not big on religion.
And she does not know that.
Yep, and since he just paid him, it's generally a bad show to be an asshole like that.
So, anyways, with that, we are going to jump to Nildir.
Okay.
You were gonna send a message to Silel, I assume.
Yes, and if I remember correctly, sending is just I can do sending non-verbally, can I? Or does it have to be I'm speaking it out loud as I'm saying it?
Hmm.
sending it.
I always assumed you had to actually speak it out loud.
Okay, it has a verbal component.
Yeah, it does say verbal.
I can still mutter it to myself.
Mutter, mutter.
Mutter.
You just don't want people to hear it, correct?
Yeah.
Give me a stealth with advantage because you are in the middle of the open, so. It's a busy town.
Alright, let's do this. 12.
Okay. What is your message going to say?
My message is going to say, hey, Silo, we're back in town. We have a situation. It's Edwin related. We need to speak with Edmund immediately.
Very well. I will make sure he knows you need to meet with him and get to the palace as soon as possible.
Good. Well, I want to continue going to the Mage College for the thing I needed.
As you're walking to the Mage College, give me a perception check.
Perception. 16.
Yeah, you see Silo fly to the palace. He kind of came from just outside of town.
Okay. If I didn't see it, I'd at least hear the whoosh of the large.
Yeah, that was like a
dragon above my
5
head.
to the check. So, unless you rolled for crap, you were noticing that.
Q. Well, I told the others I'd be meeting them at the palace, that just be making a quick stop at the Mage College to pick up something.
Okay, yeah. You arrive at the Mage College. Who you're gonna go meet to pick it up from?
I am meeting up with. Did I put his name? I don't remember if I put his name. Davhand Moonshadow, the head of the Mage College.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of go up to his office, knock on the door.
Knock knock.
You may enter.
All right, he will walk in, open the door, and just kind of gently close it behind him.
Ah, greetings, Mr. Nildir. Good to see you again. I assume you made it back from your mission successfully?
Yes, it went. There were some unexpected twists and turns, but we made it back. No worse for the wear.
Good, good. Have a seat. I just made some tea. Would you like a cup?
I would, unfortunately. I'd hate to stop by and run. I came to pick up the inks we talked about.
Ah, yes, yes, the inks. They are quite ready. As he kind of goes into a little bookshelf, you see him kind of pull a couple things, and kind of a side things opens up, pulls out some jars. Yes, here they are.
Okay, all right. Now, how much do I owe you for the inks?
Seeing as you're a good friend of Stylelith, I will let you off with just a couple hundred gold.
All right. Above game, are you saying 300?
200.
200? All right. I will put that down. I'm taking 200 off, bringing me down to 2718. And he'll reach into his pouch, count out the 200, and set it on the desk for the uh, headmaster of the college.
Ah, very well, yes. You also see some cookies, like, biscuits, like British people would have. Take one of those with you for the road, at least.
Question: are they dragon shaped?
Yes.
I suppose. Thank you. And he'll pick up one of the biscuits. And thank you again for the inks. I just had a couple scrolls of importance that I want to be able to get a little more use out of them.
Ah, yes, I understand completely. Kind of flips through his book. Any spells in here, I'm glad I was able to get transcribed that the college helped me with. Whether or not you're enrolled in the college, we are always here to help any mage that needs help. I like to assume our founder would have done the same thing.
Just internal screaming. Just a. But he will say, yes, I truly agree with you on that. I believe that's what he had in mind when he established the college in the first place. But I do not wish to take up any more of your time, and I do have a pressing matter that needs my attention, so thank you very much for your assistance.
Yes, anytime, Mr. Nildir. You're always welcome here.
He'll take the inks, he'll take the biscuit, and be on his way. But that also raises a question for me. Do you think British websites use biscuits?
You take a bite of the biscuit? Or the cookie?
Sure.
It's a nice, good, buttery shortbread cookie.
Yeah,
Kind of like a Girl Scout one.
kind of like the trefoils, the shortbread cookies.
Yep.
Very nice.
Anything else you wish to do, or just head to the palace?
I'm heading to the palace.
Okay, so with that, we'll go to Lyric. You're up.
All right. Lyric is gonna try and find a swordsmith.
Okay, so yeah, you'd want to go to the what I call that again? There, but it's Fornax blacksmith.
All right.
So basically, you get in there, you see a dwarf hammering away at some. What looks like right now, maybe an axe. It's still pretty billety. But he's hammering away at something on one of his anvils. Ah! Greetings, miss. What brings you into my humble blacksmith shop today?
Yes, I'm looking for a magically enchanted rapier.
Rapier. Haven't made one of those in a while. Kind of takes the thing he was working on and kind of throws it into the coals. That heat back up while I'm helping you. Let me see what I got here. Any particular enchantment or just a fine, well-made sword?
She kind of takes it in her hand and just kind of gives it a swing and just kind of pushes against her hand to see how flexible and bendable the blade is.
Well, no, he's asking if you're looking for any particular enchantment.
Oh, enchantment. Yeah, something where I could like swing the sword and it kind of moves the air, but it causes damage. It's just like kind of like a loud clap.
Let me. Trying to think of this. Like that. So basically, you're trying to find one that has like thunder clap in it or something, right?
Similar to maybe something with shatter or something like that. Yeah.
Now that was above game question, not in game.
Yeah. Yeah, something with like that. Something that I could use as damage without using spell slot. That's magic.
Well, I could. Unfortunately, I don't have one that does that.
Well, I mean, if you have a well-made rapier, I'm sure I can figure out some way of getting it enchanted.
Yes, I can. I don't have one made at the time. Kind of pulls out a little goes and thing. Kind of taps this kind of billet. Well, I could probably make a rapier out of this. Another one I wasn't working on wasn't technically a commission. I could get a rapier made from this one. Wouldn't be ready for a week, I'd say. Then I could see about getting it enchanted at the Mage College for you.
Oh, that would be great.
Yes. Okay then. So that would be about 100 gold for the rapier. Any kind of design inlay you want on the handle for it, or the guard for it?
Sure. A good guard handle and a nice sheath would be good.
Nice sheath. Well, that's included in the 100 price. I was asking if you want any kind of specific design to either of those.
Inlet with gold, perhaps music notes.
Yes, I did see your lyric flyer there, so you must be part of the Bard's College, I'd assume, correct?
Proud graduate.
Graduate. Ooh, yes. This is kind of a graduation splurge for yourself.
Yeah, it's more for business.
Ah. Let me see here.
And she'll hand over the 100 gold.
Trying to figure out how much it'd cost to enchant it, though. Table in here
I'm
that.
sure however much it costs, Lyric has.
Not one of these books had a breakdown of what it costs. Whatever. I'm gonna say it'd be 1,000 to get it enchanted.
Okay.
1,100. Do you give him the funds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'd say this is.
If you need any more money, just send it to the Canis Infernal.
Canis Fortuna? Yeah, I will send it invoiced if I need more from there.
Yep.
Okay, anything else you need from me today, miss? As he throws that billet into the kind of the forge, start getting that one warmed up. Is there anything else you wanted from him, Wimpy?
Nope. That will be all for Lyric.
Okay. Just writing this in the thing here. Okay, we're gonna jump over to Mountainblood. What would you like to do then?
I'll just kind of go around walking through the streets just to see if there's anything bad afoot in the alleys that maybe wrongdoings that might be happening while I head over to the blacksmith to see if there is anything that I might find valuable before I head to a tavern for a few nightcaps or just kind of eavesdrop on what's going on.
Okay, well, you were gonna head to the palace after you were done with this stuff, so you do that first before you go to the tavern. But
Yep.
yeah, give me a perception check.
Six.
Nothing you see catches your eye, unfortunately, as you arrive at the blacksmith. As you are in there, you see Lyric talking with the dwarven proprietor of it.
As I see Lurk, I'm like, what are you looking to get?
As you just finish handing him some money. Lyric, Wimpy, were you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Hold on. Okay, I'm not muted. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, Mountainblood just walked into the blacksmith.
What you got
Lyra
going
just
on
holds
here?
up her hand for a high five,
High five.
and she walks out.
Okay, that was random. Blacksmith, what do you have going on here today? What's one of your current projects you're working on?
Well, I just got commissioned to make a rapier, which I'm going to start now. But he takes out the other. I was working on this little war axe, nothing special. Just hammering away on that.
Do you happen to have anything as far as just like a simple like bracer, or something more for just simple covering rather than actual protection, just for looks?
Hmm.
Something for around the arms.
He kind of hands out a couple of decorative looking arm guards. Kind of got some like inlays on them of like dragons flying through the sky. Yeah, I got these. Like I said, they're more decorative than functional, so they won't add anything to your protection.
Yeah, just looking for something decorative, just to dress up a little bit.
Yes, I could. 50 gold.
50? I think it's fair. I like the dragons. Very well done.
Yes, they are modeled after Silel, the dragon of the palace. Sell them to a lot of the Imperial Guard up there for the. I got the right army when I say this. The
Wasn't it the Sagittarius Brigade?
no,
Which one? My brain is. Sorry, that just popped into my brain.
Leo.
Leo.
Yeah,
Oh, it was the Leo Brigade. It was right around the main palace. Yeah.
And wondering if there's any way they could improve this regular mace that I happen to have. If there's any way to make some improvements on it.
which mace was that?
I just have I just have a plain mace.
It's not the one you took from the guy you fought underground, is it?
Good question. It's my second weapon that I really haven't used ever.
Okay,
So,
I'm pretty sure someone took his weapon, if I recall.
because I got like a vicious warhammer, but and a bunch of javelins and a mace. So
Did someone take his weapon? I thought someone did. I'm remembering wrong.
Who's one we
maybe.
talking about?
The evil cleric you fought under the down in the underground in the
And
temple by the
mushroom
water
area?
spout.
Yeah, I think he did. I just forget who took it.
I thought nobody took it. Like nobody thought to grab it.
I know his armor like disintegrated, but I forget.
I think either nobody got a high enough perception or just nobody grabbed it. I think.
yeah, I know I've had it for some time. I just can't tell you exactly a time frame.
He kind of looks at it over. Yeah, I could probably get some improvements to this thing. Take me about another week on top of it.
Yeah, I'm in no rush. I can always check back.
Okay, yeah. Be 300 gold for getting it up to improve it.
100. Okay.
Do you pay him the 300?
Yeah, 300. And I think I'll call that for the blacksmith.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Have a fine day. As he starts pounding off that one thing he was working on before, not the rapier billet, because that still needs to warm up in the heat.
Yep. So I'll check back. So,
Okay. So does everyone want to meet up at the palace now?
yep.
Yep.
Okay. So about an hour later, everyone's at the palace now. I'd say Nildir was actually the first person to arrive, followed by Lyric, Victor, and then Mountainblood. As the guards are just kind of standing out there, watching you.
First things first, Victor is going to pass out everyone's pay for the last job. So that way he's not responsible for anything that happens on the way.
Ooh, money.
So again, everyone at so I will deduct from mine. And basically add 1,875 gold to
Yep, the
everyone's pouches.
1875.
Yeah, I already had mine factored in here above game. I already had mine tallied.
Let's see.
Screen more.
And my this fat purse. I think I have to pay the armor smith a visit after this. See if my armor's ready.
Yeah, what are you guys gonna say?
Alright.
Oh, we just still outside of the
Yeah, you
palace
haven't
there?
talked to the guards yet to say if you can come in.
Alright.
Yeah,
Well, I'll walk up to the guards and say that the emperor is expecting us.
Ah, yes. As one of the guards kind of does the salute. Yes, the Emperor was expecting you. He said it was utmost urgency. So yes, please come in, come in. As they someone does like the whistle thing. Hey, guys are here. Top priority. Get him to the nest as soon as possible. As the attendant comes out, yes, please follow me. I believe you know where to go, but still have to follow me. As they lead you to the throne room. Why did it not go? Second. There we go. As you see the Emperor sitting on his throne at the back, you see the head of the Leo Brigade, the Dragonborn guy sitting next to him, and you see Silel in his human form standing on the other side. You said you had important information to us about someone.
Yes, certain someone seems to have snuck out with a great deal of a great deal of divinely empowered artifacts during our last mission, and they managed to abscond with everyone but one, the one we were sent to retrieve. And Victor will start laying out like basically the story of hey, what they're going after Snar's artifacts. They get on board the pirates who had absconded with it, and of course, who they ran into physically there.
Their encounter with Namek, yeah, that whole him masquerading as the first mate, then they're speaking with him and him disappearing with the artifacts.
And he'll also make sure to put into his report about the cult of Jubilex also infiltrating the base and basically cover, as far as they're aware. Basically cover for the next retreat.
The Emperor kind of ponders. I don't know why he would work with them, with Jubilex, because they've never gotten along in the past. Something about that just doesn't sit right with me.
Maybe because they might have a mutual enemy. Shifty eyes.
There's quite the possibility that the artifacts are just a means to an end, that they could possibly have something that he wants and he's using the artifacts to barter with. We're not entirely sure because I can't figure out entirely a reason why he himself would be interested in them.
And this is wild speculation. I assume he's trying to. The only assumption I made is he's trying to basically bring down the divine protections around the capital.
Yes,
that
that's
would be my nearest guess. The problem, the how and the specifics are the other things that lose me.
well. There's only a couple ways I can think of he can bring down the holy protection to the city is by either another god getting another god to somehow destroy it, or using kind of gestures to your sword, the full power of that to make another wish on it. That would probably have the ability to alter the Eye of Solaire away from this area. Silo kind of pops up. Yeah, and he does probably have other undead minions in his employ that could use the boons of those gods against us. Because they just, if you can pass the trials, you get the boons. Doesn't matter what you gonna use them for. But there's a couple that they'd probably not let that pass. I'd say Remus would be one of them.
Well, either way, it'd be power. Anyway, it'd be denial of resources. So he would. So clearly, anything he can't directly use would at least be out of his enemy's hands, namely us.
Yeah, so probably wants to keep you alive, which is probably why he gave you the Sonata artifact back, as you'd already claimed the power, so what use does he have for it? You possess one of those swords, it's easier to let someone else do the work of powering it instead of having to have one of his minions do it himself.
And chances are, as soon as the sword is powered up, it'll come after me full, like with all due haste. So that's always a concern.
Yes, but he still has to get the other two as well, which are in completely different kingdoms, thankfully.
I thought there was 3 others. Well, no, it's like 2 others because the daggers are already in.
Yeah, he already has the access to the dagger.
Yeah, just remembered. Alright.
Oh, sorry. You see the Dragonborn kind of perk up. Do you need to take another rest, sir? Soon, yes. I can finish the meeting with them first. Give me Hildir, give me a insight check.
Insight, sure, can do. Brains 9.
With advantage, I'd say, too, because technically you know him pretty well. He's never been prone to psychotic bursts of laughter like that when you've known him.
Likely something that's been brought on by his exceedingly old age. Uh, Again, we are sorry to have interrupted your rest. We just felt it was imperative that we got this information to you as soon as possible.
Yes, very well. That is probably a good idea. I would
And
maybe
also we-
suggest trying to track down some of these other artifacts. I don't know which one would suit you best, but any one of them seems like something that you could do. Or anything else you think of that could boost your power to acquire them in the future.
I will make a quick brief, and he's saying this, I'll just make a quick brief note to it. He'll just make a show of just holding up the ring. I have received information on the reemergence of more stones that I will be looking into as we make our way around.
Yes, those would things be we would not want to fall in his hands either. Maybe we do. Maybe he'll get messed up like you did. That'd be funny. That was a genuine laugh.
Uh, well, I believe we should be on our way to let the Emperor get some rest, and we can work out the details amongst ourselves. But we will keep you informed via message, most likely through Silo here, if we uncover any more pressing information.
Yes, because you could always send to me if it's of utmost importance too.
I will keep that in mind, and he will bow and start walking towards the exit.
As you're kind of walking away, Nildir, you only hear in your mind, "You're back. It's good to see you again. It's been 1,000 years. Hasn't it? You haven't changed a bit. I've been by his side the entire time, keeping him safe. Just like old times."
I'm assuming that was the Nildir's.
Just Nildir heard that.
Mm.
You'll have a little shudder to him, but he's gonna try to play it off as he's not just got something crazy going on. But do I get the feeling this is ascending?
It's something else.
Something else.
Something else in this room. Now, if you want to do a check to see if you can figure out what that is, you have to tell me what check it is before I'll...
Alright. So can I'm just gonna ask above board here. I was thinking either Arcana or try to perceive where it's coming from.
Okay,
This
which
is
one would you like to
gonna be
do?
using magic. Yeah, I'm gonna do a crapshoot and go with Arcana in case it has some kind of magical connotation to it.
Okay, roll Arcana.
To try to feel out where this is coming from. 25.
It is emanating from his sword.
From whose sword?
The Emperor's sword.
The Emperor's sword.
Yeah, that big black blade that's got like... Have I described this sword to you before?
I don't remember if you have. Refresh my memory.
Okay, so I will do it again. Basically, it's a big great sword that the blade is black, but it looks like it's got like you're staring in like outer space picture that's got like just tons of stars in it, like galaxies floating through.
Got it. So like the blackness of space, sprinkled with stars and swirling galaxies.
Yep. And he's not moving it right now, but I'll say this: basically, if you move the sword, it moves like with like it's a tear in space.
That was basically based off the Twilight Sword from Guild Wars 2, correct?
That's not what I based it off of because I'd never played that game, but it's a good apt description of it. Yes.
Yeah, it's like I think we were describing the closest approximate.
But you've seen that sword before. It was his father's sword before he passed away.
Do you remember if his father passed away from natural causes?
Yes. Sickness of some kind, because he was sick near the end of the last war that you fought Namek in. But basically, that's the sword he was coronated with once his father passed away and he became emperor. It's basically passed down between at that time was between the kings, but when he ascended, he became emperor. All that.
So he's not sure what's going on, but I'm going to do my own little mic drop moment here. He's not sure why he can hear the sword or if the sword can hear him, but the only singular thought that would be going through his mind in response to what he hears is, yes, I'm back. And I've got some unfinished business to resolve.
Good. Then we are on the same page.
And that's all from Nildir.
Now, did you give that a check again? Give me an history check with advantage.
History. Eating rainbow. 18.
Now that you remembered that, figured out where that sword came from, that voice sounded familiar. You've heard it before 1,000 years ago, but you can't remember who it was.
It's a voice he's familiar with from 1,000 years ago. He just can't seem to place.
Yeah, because it's kind of like I don't have a way to do it. It'd be doing it with kind of like an echoey vibrato, not vibrato.
Vibrato.
Yeah, that's not vibrato. What's the term for it? Like echoey. I'm blanking on what the term is. Kind of auto-tuned in a way.
Okay. Kind of
Synthesized, yeah. You could understand the voice, but you can kind of tell who it is. Like someone talking through a voice changer.
Kind of warbled.
Warbled, yeah.
All right, he's gonna tuck that away in the back of his mind for right now. And he's gonna have that on his mind to try to see if he can figure that out over time as time goes by. He might have to do some other things and go about some other ways of figuring out who or what it was, but he's gonna make a mental note of it.
But nothing about it seemed malicious.
That's nice to know. That's good. That is good to know.
Just otherworldly and weird.
Yeah. Cool.
And with that, I'll let you guys decide outside a game where you want to go to next. Just message me once you decide. And with the end of that, we're going to call the session here. But guess what? You guys get a level up.